Hello friends, this is Kumar and I welcome all of you to my YouTube channel. Friends, today I am going to discuss with you Commitment by Pash. Commitment by Pash voices the dissent against the apparent welfare schemes instituted by polity which have utterly failed to alleviate the lot of the common man. Any scheme designed to improve the quality of life of the people should bear relevance to their social and physical environment, mode of education, political system, as also to the religious and cultural heritage of the people. The poem voices bitter resentment and protest against this sordid state of affairs in a democratic setup with the people forced to taste their own blood on the tongue. At the same time, the poem is a renewed commitment to and exhortation of the basic spirit of life. This is what makes Pash a people's poet. So now let us discuss the poem in detail. Commitment. We don't want anything for form's sake. The poem opens on a note of rejection of the policies framed for the common man which fail to alleviate or improve his condition. Like muscles pulled in the back of our arms, or lashes prominently visible on the back of the oxen, or our future sacred and shrunk in the affidavits of loans. Here, the images of toned muscles, prominently displayed eyelashes, and apparent material prosperity offset with affidavits of loans highlights the fact that the external form of things does not lend substance or vitality to them, but merely hides the stark reality like the sordid future of an ordinary person encumbered with debt and consequent uncertainty. Note the irony involved in the phrase sacred and shrunk to designate the future. How can the future be sacred or cherished when it is already reduced to be lived in accordance with the conditions laid down in the affidavits of loan? Sacred means something that is secure against any kind of violation and infringement. Sacred is also associated with religion and therefore a secure future of the adherents. Shrunk means reduced in size or extent. We want everything actual of life, equality and what not. Here the poet calls for the right to live life according to the cherished principles of equality, justice and peaceful coexistence. As the sun, the wind and the cloud remain close to us in houses and fields. Here the sun, the wind and the cloud, signifying rain and water, the elemental components of nature are available to everyone without any discrimination. Likewise, we want to have of polity belief and joy. Like the sun, the wind and the cloud, the policies framed for the common people should ensure their welfare, enrich the quality of their life and give them joy. In other words, the aim and thrust of the polity should be to make the life of the nation comfortable and meaningful. Polity means form or system of government. A feel close to our lives, mighty ones, we want everything actual. Mighty ones are the people who run the system or the agents, means toots. We don't want anything hawks-like, as a toot's evidence falsely concocted in a case of illicit distillation, fairness that a patwari may profess, or the oath the middleman may take. This stanza evokes images of corruption and infringement of the rights and duties of people by way of false evidence in the courts, bribes, and distorted practices like fraudulent oaths based upon actual experience as opposed to the principles of justice and equality. The patwari and the middleman form prominent images of government legal personages who are said or thought to behave in an unlawful manner. Hawks-like means something intended to deceive or cheat. Tout is a person who behaves in an illegitimate manner. Evidence is a kind of material that provides proof to ascertain the truth about something in a court of law. Concoct is a plan or a device invented or developed to deceive someone. Illicit means unlawful, not allotted by law. And distillation means the process of purifying a liquid. It is also used to signify a process by which truth about someone or something may be arrived at, the gradual distillation of truth. However, compounded with the adjective illicit, distillation assumes a negative connotation in the context of the poem as it implies rarefying of truth. Profess means to pretend or claim. A patwari merely pretends to be fair in public dealings but expects bribes even for performing one's official duty. Oath is a kind of formal and a serious promise to tell the truth or to do something. Middleman is a person who helps two people or groups to settle their dispute. Effect on the palm of our hand we want. Just as the different lines which run across the palm are used to ascertain the kind and quality of our life in palmistry, the policies and practices of governance should also infuse our life with goodness and positivity. Like saltish tinge in sugarcane's jaggery or nicotine in the burning hookah, something like skin on the beloved's lips, the lover feels on kissing we want. Here, the images drawn from ordinary life once again reinforce the need to harmonize the policy making and the rhythm of life so that real welfare of the people can be accomplished. The use of expressions like saltish tinge in jaggery, nicotine in the burning hookah, and something like skin on the beloved's lips felt by the lover on kissing her signify that the policies and plans by the government must address the actual needs of the people. It is in this particular context that these images and expressions must be interpreted and understood, since it is only when people feel happy and satisfied that they can live freely and fully. Tinge is a slight admixture or characteristic taste of something. Jaggery, a coarse form of sugar like gur or shakkar made from the use of sugarcane or palm tree. Nicotine is a poisonous substance in tobacco that develops an addiction to smoke cigarettes or hookah. Skein implies the thin line of hair over the beloved's lips, skein of hair. Generally, skein means a long piece of loosely wound yarn or thread or anything that is wound up or resembles a coil. We don't want books to read tucked on the lathis of police. It refers to the fate of many young men of Punjab, including Pash, who were thrown into jail when the state was inflicted with terrorism. The poet and others were badly beaten by the police to make them confess to the crimes they had not committed. According to the poet, education is essentially a tool to generate knowledge and awareness. However, even education is subverted into a means of sustaining the mighty ones by coercing people to think and believe in a passion suitable to the people in power. Tucked means something put in a particular place to hide it or make it secure. We don't want to hear songs to the tune of military boots declaimed. Here, the sound of military boots has ironically replaced the refrain of folk songs. Declaimed means something spoken with force. The sound of military boots has further stifled the peace and harmony of life of the Punjabis already weighed down with terrorism. Instead of locating and uprooting its real cause, the government has resorted to suppression of the people through force, thereby aggravating the crisis. With yearning fingertips we want to feel songs resonating on the tops of trees. The people yearn for a life of peace and harmony. Yearning fingertips means the fingertips are most sensitive to any kind of sensation because they form the locus of nerve endings. The clause used here expresses the desire of every person to experience joy and happiness once again. To taste something bitter in tear gas or one's own blood on the tongue to taste is not a recreation for anyone. Here the poet inverts the meaning and purpose of recreation by associating it with violence and bloodshed to bring out the bitter irony which characterizes the opposition between songs resounding from the tops of trees and one's own blood on the tongue. that the land of the Punjab, famous for chivalry, industriousness, and harmony, was smitten with injustice, conflict, and terrorism, posed serious questions about the relevance and viability of the social and political practices of the times. Recreation means pastime activity for relaxation and enjoyment. But we don't want anything for form's sake. We want everything actual, life, socialism, or what not. The import of the opening stanza is reiterated to authenticate the need for a social, economic, and political framework which addresses the real issues in the lives of common people and makes them feel that they are the citizens of a free and democratic country. So, our present poem ends here. This poem was written by Pash and was translated by Tejwant Singh Gill. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please like, share and comment in the video. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further such updates. Thank you very much for joining us. This much all in this lecture. Stay tuned for further updates. Thank you very much.